You've changed.
It's not me. Well, it is me. Yeah, I'm in a new location in my home. It's kind of like the location you're in. It's cold. It's unfriendly. It's further away from everything. My commute is doubled. I now have to go down 2 flights of stairs.
The traffic on the stairs is horrific every morning.
Yep. It's not as bad as when I had that little podcast studio thing in my previous house, because that was like the unfinished part of the basement. I used to have to go down there and turn the heaters on, like the space heater things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. My daughter used this area as a bedroom. I don't know how she did it. It's cold. But it's a huge room, and then there's an actual office in there. And I'm like, I thought I was kind of set up in there, and my wife's like, no, we have like exercise equipment in there. It's like, so I'm like, I gotta be out in this freaking room. I would only walk through this room for purposes of getting elsewhere in the basement, Anyway,
here we are.
That's how I spent my weekend.
You know how I spent my weekend, Paul?
Yeah, I do. I know exactly how you spent it. And, I got to tell you, you guys
two
have
answers
a lot
to
of
this.
balls by almost killing that guy and then beating their team in the playoffs. It's nonsense. Shame on you. Shame on you.
All I'm saying is it looked like we were going to win the first game, too.
It was like 9-3 or something, or whatever the score was.
Yeah, but the Bengals were... Yeah. Doesn't matter. We came up. We did our work. Now we got to go.
Impressive.
We'll see. Next week is going to be...
Who do you play? Is it
Kansas City?
City, yeah.
So the Bengals
we have here Eagles and
beaten Kansas City a couple times, but I mean, I don't know how many times you can beat up Kansas City before they finally figure it out. But
is this going to be played in Kansas City?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a tough one, but
it's a very tough one.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, the Bills were supposed to be pretty formidable this year, but not so much.
Yeah, which was surprising because our offensive line had 3 starters out. So
yeah, that's right. I know. I saw that. Yeah. Yep. Well,
so we'll see. That was a great part. I spent the other part of my weekend, Paul Threat.
I do not.
You're supposed to get 1 inch of snow. We got
you got
6.
Snow? Oh, really?
It was.
We had no snow.
It was great. If you saw the snow in Buffalo, that cleaned my house. That was all
interesting. Well, that was fitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we walked this morning in the rain.
Stuff.
It's just been dreary and wet, but not snowy.
Well, I think it takes snow over dreary and wet, but now it's just old snow, aging, not like a fine wine or scotch.
Yeah,
or cheese.
I know the feeling. Let me tell you, more like a moldy cheese.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of moldy cheese, Microsoft cleaned out its VR division, and hope you weren't expecting any more of that stuff from Microsoft.
Right. So I had written something about this last week. This is obvious. Well, no, it's not obviously. I was going to say it's not quite a Windows Phone level thing, but maybe it is. I mean, in the sense that this was once seen as perhaps an important future platform. Here's how I know. So they've never actually come out and said, hey, we're not doing this thing anymore or whatever, right? And they have taken steps that indicate that. But you know what the thing that I think indicates it the most is? For some reason, this past weekend, or maybe on Friday, they chose to put out a puff piece PR thing about the metaverse. And I think it was specifically designed to remind people that this is going to happen even if Microsoft doesn't have first-party hardware for it. Like, we're still working on that, right? In other words, they've accepted that maybe this will be like an Oculus push or whatever it is, but this metaverse nonsense that's sort of tied to Teams is absolutely part of Microsoft 365. That work is not going away. And I think that is the tale. I think that's the story. I think the talking or the discussion about this stuff will shift purely to the metaverse stuff. Yeah. To which I say, let them have legs, Microsoft. Let them have legs.
Let them have legs. Let them have legs. I'll tell you what. You know what's the best foreshadowing of Microsoft's about to exit a business? Is when HP comes out with a high-end piece of hardware supporting it. You can go look back.
Exactly right.
You can go look at the Windows Phone. Right when that thing was about to fall off a cliff, HP came out with some gorgeous high-end hardware with what was it, Continuum support and everything else.
Use it as a laptop
and then with the headsets, they were the last ones, like the G2
HP.
Reverb or whatever the heck it was. It was a high-end piece of hardware.
G2 or G3, yeah.
There you go.
This is HP has a decades-long relationship like this with Microsoft. Remember, they were like the Athena PC stuff back in the long run days.
Is that their relationship?
Look, you got to appreciate a partner that remains true to you. I mean, we'll follow you down any rabbit hole. They were the Media Center guys. Remember, they were all over that stuff. I mean,
Home Server, they were also part of that.
They've been right there next to Microsoft
they've really
every time.
done a number.
They were kind of like Britain next to the United States during the Gulf War. But anyway, so, maybe not the best decision making. So, yeah, I mean, that's HP. I love HP's PCs. I mean, I routinely, I just reviewed one. I mean, routinely, they're just right at the top. And, but this other stuff, man, what are you doing? They still put ARM PCs out. They're experimenting with form factors and stuff and materials. They have that faux leather thing on the folios. It's really, I don't know what's going on there. What other boondoggle could they get? It's like you have a friend who can't stop drinking and then comes up with really bad ideas. Like.
Yeah, I have no idea of a friend who would be like that I hang around with on occasion.
If only we knew anyone like that. But the point is, it's 2:00 in the morning and Microsoft's like, "Hey, I have an idea." And HP's like, "Okay, baby, let's go." Like it's just. I mean, you gotta love people like that, but
they are the guy in the jail cell next to you for having a good time. That's who HP is.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. Yeah, that's a good observation. Anyway, that's true.
Yeah. Anyways, I am going to be. I haven't told Paul this. He'll find out right now. I'm going to the office this week, so we won't be going. We'll be back on Friday. The podcast. I'll be back.
Yeah, we're going to Boston on Thursday, but I can do it from my friend's house. So.
Even better. Just a roadie of a weekend. Microsoft's got some big dates coming up, though. They've got their earnings coming up this week.
That's right.
They've also got a games showcase thing coming up this week. So it's a perfect time for both of us to be traveling. We just really...
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think earnings is tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes.
Please tell me it's not Thursday. Okay.
I think it's the 24th, yeah. And then the 25th is the video game thing.
Yeah, which is 25th Thursday. Okay. No, Wednesday.
Today's the 23rd.
Too early
Tomorrow
for date math.
I know it's crazy, but then after the 24th is the 25th. Happy Monday,
I like to
everybody.
write programs. I'm not good at math.